What is going on, everyone? We have another AFC South divisional matchup here. The Houston Texans are looking to get back in the win column as they welcome the winless Jacksonville Jaguars, who just got embarrassed on Monday Night Football, losing to the Buffalo Bills 47-10. Now, the game is in the H. I will be there tailgating. Let me know if you're going to be there so we could link up. But I need the stadium rocking just like it was Sunday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. But this is a must-win, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to erase what happened last week against the Minnesota Vikings, you need to have a dominant game against these Jacksonville Jaguars who haven't won a game. With that being said, I'm going to give you my keys to victory for the Houston Texans. Welcome, everyone, to the 713 Houston Sportcast. My name is Ruben Calvillo. This episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS. Take advantage of the 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. And I drop daily Houston Texans content, guys. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the BetUS website. We are looking at the Houston Texans matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is at home, and the Houston Texans are opening up as 6.5-point favorites. The Jacksonville Jaguars are winless so far this year. Were blown out last night against the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Houston Texans here to get everything right back on track. I'm going to go ahead and put a 50 ball here because you know what, let's put 70 because I believe in this Houston Texans team. Guys, BetUS, take advantage of the 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 with promo code YouTube150. Let me know if you tell. I have the Houston Texans winning this game by 10 points. I can't wait to discuss it with you guys. Shout out to BetUS. Guys, if you want to be added to my Houston Texans Discord, we're about 100 people deep. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will personally send you guys the invite. My first key to the game for a Houston Texans victory is this offensive line having a strong performance. Now, they are going up against Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, two pretty good linebackers, one of them being Foye Oluokun. It's going to be a test for this Houston Texan offensive line. They've been piss poor to start the season. You saw what happened last week against the Minnesota Vikings. Our Pro Bowl left tackle, Laremy Tunsil, was penalized 6 times. If the Houston Texans want to win this game, they need to keep CJ Stroud upright. Now, last week against the Buffalo Bills, they were able to sack Josh Allen a total of 0 times. Josh Allen's stat line, 23 of 30, 263 yards, 4 tutties, no interception, a damn near perfect quarterback rating of 142.1. This Jacksonville Jaguars defense is not good, ladies and gentlemen. It is not as advertised as it was in the offseason with all their big free agent acquisitions. This is the get-right game for this Houston Texan offense, which is why I'm putting an emphasis on the O-line. If you could protect CJ Stroud, if you could create lanes for whoever the hell is going to be our starting running back, hopefully Joe Mixon returns to practice. But this offensive line is key to a Houston Texans victory. If we see CJ Stroud run for his life, if we see no running game, we're going to have to talk about potentially benching some of these guys. I hate that we have to get there, but this offensive line needs to wake up with everything we have invested into that unit and everything we've talked about heading into this season of getting to places where you've never gone before. My second key to the game is this front seven feasting on the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line because they're having their own issues. Trevor Lawrence was sacked 4 times against the Buffalo Bills, 4 times against the Cleveland Browns, 3 times against the Miami Dolphins. The Jaguars have also yet to put up a 100 rushing yard performance from one of their backs, Travis Etienne or Tank Bigsby. This is a moment for this D'Amico Ryans defense to swarm. Will Anderson Jr., Danielle Hunter, they need to make their presence felt. I know one of these defensive tackles are going to get to the quarterback because every single week, whether it's Mario Edwards Jr., for Lorenzo Fatukasi, Tim Settle Jr., who had 2 sacks against the Minnesota Vikings, one of these defensive tackles are going to get to the quarterback, and it needs to be the same thing on Sunday. The passing attack from Jacksonville, it hasn't got going all year. Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie wide receiver out of LSU, I think he's special. The Houston Texans are going to have to keep an eye on him. He was targeted 9 times against the Buffalo Bills, 5 receptions for 48 yards. He's their deep threat. He's their home run threat. Christian Kirk was targeted 10 times, 8 receptions for 79 yards. That will be a tough matchup, a good matchup for cornerback Derek Stingley. I hope he follows one of these number 1 guys, whether it's Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas, because they can make things happen. Gabe Davis, one of their big acquisitions in the offseason from the Buffalo Bills. A deep threat, yes. A home run hitter, yes. I think the Houston Texans are going to keep him in check. I don't know if their receiving tight end Evan Ingram is going to play. So I think the Houston Texans defense has a good opportunity here to shut down the Jacksonville Jaguars offense, make it hell for Trevor Lawrence, force them into down and distance situations, and get to the quarterback. Man, y'all were feasting against the Bears. Y'all had some good moments against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see a dominant effort from this Houston Texans defense. Now, my final key to the game is a full 4 quarters from this Houston Texan offense. We have yet to see the big breakout game. We saw it from the rushing attack week 1 against Indy, 159 yards from Joe Mixon. But what we've been waiting to see, this passing attack of Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, they have yet to terrorize an NFL defense. And I think that's going to happen this Sunday against Jacksonville. That secondary is not good. They are also without their number 1 corner, who they gave big money to in the offseason. I think each of these 3 receivers has at least 50 yards. I think 2 out of the 3 have a touchdown. I think C.J. Stroud has his best game of the season through the air. You have a lot of people looking at this offense, ladies and gentlemen. We've already seen the criticism coming for this offensive line for offensive coordinator Bobby Slower. You even have some people saying C.J. Stroud does not look the same. That's not me, though. What we need to see is a dominant performance from this Houston Texan offense, a full 4 quarters of pass blocking, run blocking, the run threat, the passing attack. We haven't seen that yet, guys, and I've been saying this all offseason, all last year. Once this Houston Texan offense is firing on all cylinders, it's going to be one of the most dangerous in the NFL. But those are my keys to victory for the Houston Texans. I have this being a great game, a fun game. I have the Houston Texans 30 points. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 17. Boys, let's go to 3-1. Let's get back on track, and let's enjoy a Houston Texans victory on Sunday. For more content, you guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Go Houston. You guys have a very blessed day. This episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS.